So I wasn't planning on making the video today. I just got off work. I ready to watch some TV, play a little bit of video games, but I kind of just had to do this video because some PlayStation fanboys are losing their minds due to the fact that Sony put out a job listing that says they're going to be going to a much more multi-platform strategy, right? Where they're going to put more games on Epic, Steam, Xbox, and Nintendo. Where they're going to put some of their older IPs on other platforms that's not the PlayStation. But there were some people who are really down bad with this whole entire situation that they are just making stuff up in their head and they cannot grasp with it. They cannot, cope with the fact that PlayStation needs more money because relying on third-party sales is not going to be enough for them personally. Because the executives over there at Sony said that they're going to be focusing more on MAUs instead of game sales, because the MAUs is the one that bring the most money. Phil Spencer figured this out years ago, and he saw the writing on the wall. Because people truly believe that the PlayStation survived solely because of the exclusives, which is not true. Because from this graph alone from Matt Piscatella, which he was drove off of Twitter because of the PlayStation fanboys. Because due to the fact that he exposed that multiple times, and he's still exposing to this day, that a lot of PlayStation fanboys, the console war, people buy PS5s for exclusives, is false. Because if you want to talk about the most played games on the PS5, it's not the exclusives. It's usually the same third-party multi-plat games. Right here, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Roblox, 2K, GTA 5, Marvel Rivals, Minecraft, Cyberpunk 2077, football, EA Sports College Football 2016, Diablo 4. Now that might be because of PS Plus right there, and WWE 2K25, Madden. Usually top 10. But there's something here is anybody seeing this? Is anybody seeing anything weird over here? I'm not seeing like a huge PlayStation game in the top 15 list, but maybe it may be in the top 20. I see Forza Horizon 5 drop from the Xbox side, and they're playing like not Rocket League, Ready or Not now, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, which is good, is on Game Pass. Fine. But the one thing that a lot of places and fanboys are saying, and shout out to Big Cloud Gaming for putting this video out earlier. He was livid that it has come to this, that the people who mainly brag on Twitter and on social media don't actually practice what they preach, because they talk about PlayStation's the best, but now since they're about to port games over to the Xbox and they put it against the PC, now all of a sudden PlayStation isn't good anymore. So this one guy called Full Sweat Tryhard, in which if you guys see his thread, if you guys see his profile picture, you will see like where he leans. It's obvious that he's not coming at it from a logical standpoint, and he's only coming at it with feelings and not logical statistical data, like right here. So he came at me as he pretty much said like, Xbox is not competing, and that's the reason why PlayStation is doing bad right now. And I'm questioning, like, what do you mean like PlayStation is not doing everything they can because they're not competing? Like, what do you mean by that? Because Xbox is pouring their games over to the PlayStation Store and they're getting money out of it? Like, is that reason? Is that why they're not competing? You say they're not competing? No, they're competing for your money. So I asked, who is not competing? He said, who is? Basically a no you answer. So I said it firsthand. That's your rebuttal. Full sweat tryhard. Full sweat tryhard. You're the one saying that there is competition. The burden of proof is on you. Tell me who is competing, and I'll tell you how they aren't. Go ahead, give it a shot. You won't, because you know there's no competition. So look, so once again, he's not coming at me with any statistical data right here. Because once again, most played games are the third-party multi-plat games, not the exclusives. A lot of people have said this. Astrobot, as a matter of fact, if you actually want to put a much more nail in the coffin. Forza Horizon 5 becomes 2025's best-selling PS5 game. This is a game from the Xbox One generation, and it's selling way more than the game of the year last year, Astrobot, which right now, as it currently states, they have an updated number, so we just gotta go by with 1.5 million sales, or 1.8. According to the new data from Alinea Analytics, the PS5 port has moved more than 3 million units, narrowly eking past popular RPG Monster Hunter World's 2.9 million copies sold on the PS5. The 4-year-old game has also passed the performance of other new hits like Ubisoft's big-budget Assassin's Creed Shadows, PvE souls like Elden Ring Night Rain, 1.4 million, and indie darling Claire Obscure Expedition 33, 1.3 million. Oh, so this right here proves that the majority of the game sales was on PC. So and people really thought that it was PlayStation players that was mainly buying that game. No. Again, you're lying. So back to what we're saying. Back to what I was saying. A Xbox One game is selling more than a whole bunch of PS5 exclusives. This is how they are competing right here. They are competing for your money. If people didn't want to buy an Xbox to play these games, guess what? They're going to send the game to where the consumers are, whether it be Xbox, PC, or PlayStation. That's how you compete in today's market. Hence the word, today's market. So, they're competing for your money, genius. With Xbox leading, since Forza Horizon is the most bought game on PS5 this year. Again, this is a fact right here. The most bought game on the PS5 this year. Xbox. So he, without giving me any evidence or any statistical data to prove this up, he's just saying, he's just going by his feelings, and he's just going by PlayStation fanboy talking points. Xbox is competing. How? By discounting manufacturing Xbox consoles and releasing the games everywhere else. So they are discontinuing manufacturing Xbox consoles? They are literally making another Xbox next-gen console right now, as we speak. And it's going to be a more PC-centric like console, where it's going to have Steam, Epic, GOG, and their own Microsoft Store. So what's this discontinuing manufacturing Xbox consoles? And yes, they are putting their games everywhere else because by chance they are going to be having more acquisitions in the future. And the only way to do that is to show the FTC, yo, we're not going to hold anything back. That's how it's going to work. If by competing, you mean running the Xbox console brand into the ground, then yes, they're competing. So again, your classic fanboy, PlayStation fanboy talking points. This is his rebuttal to say that they're not competing. When PlayStation is literally putting their games on PC, does that mean that they're not competing anymore? Or is it just because you're just thinking from a plastic box standpoint, not actually business? They are competing so hard, and the next Xbox is... See, right here. This is right here where you already messed up. He says, right up here, by discontinuing, manufacturing Xbox consoles. And then right here, they are competing so hard that the next Xbox is going to be a Windows 11 PC. So are they not making the next gen Xbox, or they not? I mean... Like, which one is it? Are they not making an Xbox next gen? Or are they? Which one is it? Because you just contradicted yourself right here. This is your actual rebuttal, genius. Xbox competing? Really? Are you on the spectrum by any chance? So, once again, he's not going by actual facts. So, I tell him, first hand, tell me you are a fanboy without telling me you are a fanboy. You're really going to tell a multi-trillion-dollar company that they don't know what they are doing. Also, making the next Xbox a Windows PC. It already was a Windows PC, just less bloated, which is true. Anything that you can do on your PC, you can basically do on the Xbox. You can surf the web, you can buy a game, you can watch Netflix, you can do all that stuff. Same thing you can do on the PlayStation. Like, he's just going by actual feelings, or just using the same old talking points from PlayStation fanboys who desperately hate Xbox for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe Xbox said something that, or did something that they didn't like to them personally. And Sony wants more than just 30. And also said, and Sony wants more than just 30% of game sales. They want to make more from their own IPs, hence PC ports, and now porting against the Xbox, as opposed to their platform. So this is one thing that I want to ask: if the Xbox is a supposed dead platform, then how come PlayStation has a job listing right now to port more against the Xbox? So once again, he doesn't come at me with any statistical data. That is your rebuttal, calling me a fanboy, in which you kind of prove that you are. I mean, look at your profile picture. That is fanboyism in its in its sight. You can't even refute this. My argument is that the PS brand and console is now shite because they have no competition. Genius. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They have no competition. This is what you said. PlayStation is doing bad. The brand and the console is doing bad. Didn't they just sell 77 million consoles, but they're doing bad? The brand is bad? How is it bad? Like, can you tell me what PlayStation game are you actually playing? Or are you just one of those people that just talking online? Because right here, I can go back to this time and time again. It's the same games being played. I'm not seeing any first-party PlayStation game on here. Not even Death Stranding. Where is Death Stranding 2? But you talk about they're tarnishing the brand. No, people are just playing more games as a service. They're not really buying these single-player games like they used to. So, because Xbox is apparently not competition anymore, that's not a reason for PlayStation to even try anymore. That's what he's even saying. So, again, so the fact that he's saying that Xbox needs to be a competitive platform for PlayStation to even push out some good content. This is what you are telling me. One company needs to do something for another company to do something. Do you see how bad of a business move that is? This restaurant chain is, they're doing a 24-hour service, so we should do the same. I should do 24-hour service as well. That's not how it works, genius. That's not how it works. So once again, you're really going to tell me that another company had to push you to do better instead of feedback from your own consumers? PlayStation has been crap for years. The media just kept hyping them up because they are a popular brand, just like Apple. So I told them firsthand, you don't know what you're talking about. He said right here, no, I'm not telling you. History tells you the best Xbox is 360. Okay, so we're taking a trip down memory lane and not actually using statistical data in today's time. He's just going down memory lane. The 360 came out right after the PS2 pushed its stool in the prior generation. The best PS, the PS4, came out right after the 360 pushed the PS3 stool in the generation before. Well, let's not forget the fact that the PS3 almost got Sony shut down. Because due to the fact that they were spending so much money on it and not actually bringing enough profits. Let's see. Keep pretending like competition isn't good for consumers, though. When did I say this? When did I say this? Keep pretending that competition isn't good for consumers, though. They are still competing. They are okay. Here, let me go ahead and just bring this up. The PlayStation Store. You want to know how they are competing right now? You want to know how they're competing? With this. Look at this. They are competing with this. They're competing on the storefronts. Look the top deals right now. Forza Horizon 5, an Xbox game. Black Ops 6, an Xbox game. Assassin's Creed Shadows, a Ubisoft game. EA Sports FC, a EA game. A 2K game. Expedition 33. That's not a PlayStation game. It might be the show is a PlayStation game. Ghost of Tsushima. That's a PS4 game. Elder Scrolls Oblivion. An Xbox game. Grand Theft Auto 5. Rockstar. Gran Turismo. That's a PlayStation game. Red Dead Redemption 2. Let's go. Okay, let's go to the latest. Let's go to the latest and see what they got. What's the biggest games that's being pre-ordered right now. Hold on a second. I'm gonna try to find this. New games: Ready or Not, EA College Football, Killing Floor 3, Wu Chang, Cars X, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, an Xbox game. What? How? This is how are they not competing? They literally got more games on your storefront right now this gen than PlayStation does. But they're not competing? They are competing for your money on the storefront. This is why when you got PlayStation, this is why with PlayStation Studios on Steam right now, they are looking to get more revenue from more storefronts. Look at this, Stellar Blade. I got Stellar Blade. The Last of Us 2 Remastered, Days Gone, Spider-Man 2, Horizon. All these games are here to gain more money from different storefronts. They are literally doing what Xbox is doing. You just don't see it like that because you are still looking at it from a 90s, early 2000s standpoint and not from what's actually going on in today's time. You want to know what PlayStation is actually competing with? The PlayStation games and Xbox games? They are competing with freaking free-to-play games. That's who they're competing with. Per the chart right here. Most of these right here are free-to-play games. And they're competing for your time. They're competing for your money. A lot of free-to-play games get a lot of money. How? By microtransactions. That's who's really getting the most money. A lot of free-to-play games with microtransactions. And Marvel Rivals is one of the biggest ones. 2K right now, this is a paid game, but they still got a whole bunch of microtransactions. And they make billions of dollars each and every year. But you want to tell me they're not competing? You want to tell me Xbox is not competing? They are literally competing for your dollar right now. But you only think about it from a plastic box point of view. You're not thinking about it from a business point of view. You're just being disingenuous. You're not seeing things. You're not seeing the big picture in the future. This is what I laugh at these guys that truly believe that if things would have stayed like the early 90s or the early 2000s when it pertains to gaming, gaming would be a lot more better. No, you see a lot more shutdowns happening in this generation than the last generation. Due to the fact that games are becoming more expensive and less people are buying them, are buying those exclusive games, and they are buying more free-to-play games or the same games each and every year and giving them more money to the same games like 2K, Grand Theft Auto. This is a 360 game. Fortnite, Call of Duty. But keep on saying that Xbox is not competing. They are literally competing for your dollar. Shout out to Big Cloud Gaming. I'm going to tag them in this video. You guys should check out this video. PlayStation now officially third party. I told you this day would come. Shout out to Big Cloud Gaming. With that being said, guys like the video, like and subscribe to the video. I will see you on the next one. Peace.